welcome. I'm Pheasant. Today I'm going to be playing some Days That Never Were. Now this I think is my favourite spirit. I think they're the one that I've played the most of with my physical copy. But I never felt like I've really got to grasp with them. I did kind of fire this up before so I could contemplate the Days That Never Were we've got. This is the starting board, so I haven't seen the opening explore yet. But this is this doesn't feel like the greatest Days That Never Were. I could use it as a finisher potentially. That is true. It should be easy to make it fast. Obviously it's very expensive, but I could potentially be finishing with it on a sun turn, so gaining one of these, gaining a bunch of energy. So that's a potential finisher. We don't really have a bread and butter just kind of doing damage type thing going on here. Weep is a nice fear generator, so I'm not going to complain about that. We've only got one Sun Moon card, and it's lackluster, especially against England. Growth looks kind of exciting, but it's not really what you want to be doing as this spirit. So I think I'm probably going to have to be doing some moon growth just to kind of get some more useful, probably minor powers and maybe a major power, which is not ideal. There might be something these minor powers can do turn one. So yeah, first we'll just gain. This is the bonus presence bonus time you get for playing true solo. So okay, so actually we do have some utility. We could potentially use. Oh no, we can't. That's mountain or jungle. We could just get a beast on the board to go with all these beast mages we have. And Settle just isn't going to be doing enough damage, I don't think. It is Moon at least. It's not a complete waste of time. So I kind of feel like... I mean, Flow Down River is a handy little card. Nice little card, you know. But it's off element. I kind of feel like we want just... I mean, what do we even draft here? I mean, Weep's okay. I think if the opening Explore was in the Blighted Land, I would just use Weep. Weep turn one, go with the Sun, but I feel like I'm going to want some new minor powers in here. Nothing here. Actually, wait a second. Entwine Power is not an insane thing to be picking, especially given the somewhat lackluster collection we have here. I could go turn one Entwined, gain a couple of minor powers. Oh, and how are we doing for the threshold? I think that's irrelevant. Getting to 4 plants, unlikely unless we get Elemental Boon. But I kind of feel like that might be a decent turn one. These aren't the Blighted Lands, so we could conceivably just stasis either of these, probably this one, because it's more of a danger zone. So potentially, and we also have the Blur the Arc of Years here. So I think I'm gonna go turn. Just demo downloaded. Something else. Pax Autocratica. New game with a demo that is not Spirit Island. Well, yeah, let's go into Entwine Power. We'll forget Poor Time Sideways. And we want to place our presence so that we've got the Sacred Site adjacency everywhere. It's just this is the place to put that. Go in there. And then so we'll be getting 3 time. Could go 1, 2, 3 and just play the single. That's fine. Yeah, so it feels a little bit YOLO, but I feel with this Days That Never Were, we kind of want something a bit better than this, and we just want to try and get as much time as possible in the early game. Alright, so let's see what we get from Entwine Power. So we are looking at minor powers. Okay, so... Okay. So, okay. So this is at least, this has 2 of our elements on it, and is a useful fear effect, and we are against England 6, so we like generating fear. Actually, we could use it to defend this land and for 3 fear next turn, so that's a very obviously useful pick potentially, and if we can line it up with our innates, then it kind of could fit in quite nicely. So I wonder, we could even potentially make it fast with make rack root fast, because we would have the 3 moon 1 air that we need here. So I think that's the obvious first pick. Okay, so now we add one of these to the never were. So I guess the main thing is this. So this is our third pick. This has a lot of elements on it. We might care about that later. That in there, and then we get the other one. I think we take the rack route because well, shoot, strong and constant currents also could solve this land next turn. And it is sun as well. Sun, of course, being the critical thing that you need 3 of to play another power card. So yeah, on that basis, I'll take it, and this can go in never were. Okay, so we have the wetland builds. One behind my head there. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right, so we've got the 2 ravages, and yeah, that feels better. So if we were going to play haunted and currents, that would give us sun, moon, air. We could get to 3 plays and squeeze in this. Or, sorry, blur would be better. And if we did it with this growth option, we would then get to the magic 3 sun. Means we could potentially be grabbing this from the bin, but we won't have the energy to do that. Really won't have the energy to do that. But yeah, I think just solving these 2 lands is a decent thing to do at this stage. It might be a little bit too conservative. Yeah, we really want a defend power. It's just a good time when you've got Blur the Arc of Years in your start hand. You do enjoy that. Is there actually anything we want from in here? They are building in here, so Weep could be nice. We could reclaim Entwine, play Weep, push the town somewhere. That's actually pretty valuable, I think, and it's more fear. So we will get the fear ahead of time. We want it to prevent the double build, really. So we could, yeah, I think we're going to try and just push developing our tracks. Yeah, let's push development. So let's just get to 3 plays. I feel like 3 plays is the kind of the magic moment with this spirit, especially if you haven't managed to draft any other perfect element cards with the sun, moon, air. All right, so we won't be moving presence this turn. So, because should we want to rearrange our sacred site potentially? It doesn't really make that much difference. I guess being adjacent to this is slightly more important potentially if we don't solve it. I'm happy with that being there. Okay, so we are going to be low on energy because we're planning to play. Actually, no, we're not. We're playing haunted and coastal. My kingdom for a perfect element card. We will have 3 plays. So yeah, I probably will be squeezing Blur in there, and then maybe also Weep. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Yeah, we'll take Weep, and yeah, I can't quite plan it all out, but we do have the crucial bits of slip there. And it's nice because you can grab Entwine back into our hand. Oh, I need the presence here for stronger constant currents. I know this upgrade probably happened ages ago, but the way you can just undo up here is marvelous. Thank you, devs. I am going to be taking apart my sacred site though, so I have to, if I was to move this, and I need it for haunted, so I will just move this down. Is that right? Yeah, I'm risking a presence. Is that even a good idea? Well. You've got to take risks in this life. That's don't know where I learned that from. From some idiot, probably. So we will be slipping. I probably also should think of. I do have blur. The obvious blur is just to make some more Dahan in here, and just push them maybe into with this blight. They might clean up the blight. Okay, let's just do the straightforward things. It's just the trouble is for me is that the kind of the planning potential for this spirit is it's pretty, it's, you know, it goes on forever. Let's have a big coastal jungle here, and we will slip once because it's free, and so we'll grab Entwined. And do we want? Yeah, we'll just. I think we just play this for free. Although we are a little bit low on energy, crucially, we are in a position where we can actually use the reclaim and not feel too bad about it. Obviously, we'll feel bad, because that's what having fun's all about. But yeah, let's blur in here because we can, and we've already paid for it. Get our money's worth, and we're not going to spend time to repeat. Gonna keep our because there's literally no point, so let's not do that. I tend to refill just to give myself whatever options, and so I mean let's just quickly sanity check whether it's worth slipping here. What's the benefit? Obviously I can't. This is slow, so I guess I could be reclaiming something like my one perfect element card. And let's look into the future. So next turn, I'll have wept, push this town out, probably into either of these, depending on the explore. And so, actually, I think I'd rather not reclaim, especially as there's no real need to. If I slip, I can grab Blur. Yeah, because I'm low on energy, so it would be a somewhat sad turn. Whereas if I grab Blur back, then I have Sun, Moon. I could play it with past returns for just for the element. Oh no, with Stasis, and then I would have the magic slip the flow of time thing. So yeah, let's slip the flow of time now, and I can still crucially get to 3 plays easily. Because it feels like that is the critical moment. I don't seem to do much. I very rarely do moon stuff. I think, yeah, because I just don't know what's happening with that. All right, so okay. So yeah, that's fairly straightforward. I think we'll push to there. And irrelevant things. Okay, so Ravage is defended. And we're into the slow, so now we are doing a little bit of the old weeping. Which is just such a cool card. I love this card. Where do I push this? Where do I push it indeed? Let's push it to the coast. Oh no, that means they're building a city there. That's fine. That's fine. I think that's fine. I say that's fine. Could just be wrong. So I realised, of course, that I do actually have a defend card. I'm just sad to use it in a land without beast. But it's still efficient. It still generates 2 fearful, 1 energy, which I'm happy with. One for the power itself and one for the counter ravage. So I'm thinking 2 time, 2 energy, probably. And then oh. Do I need to think seriously about elements here? Oh no, I think this is these. If I play these 3, I'm fine. I could absolute. I mean, I might just be playing absolute stasis for elements. Okay, so I need to play stasis for the air. Yeah, let's quickly sanity check. There's nothing useful in here. Is there? Actually, wait a second. If I play blur past returns, I could just play, because there will be the extra sun from picking this. I could just play an air power, which is this is the air power we have. It's irrelevant. It's not going to help with the ravage next turn, but it would mean not playing stasis. If I skip stasis, it means I can grab haunt from the bin and just defend in there, generating more fear and not costing me more time. So let's just sanity check that. So we get the 3rd sun from the sun option, and we get the 2nd air from why is this my favourite spirit? Do I hate myself? Is that what it is? So we're taking this primarily for the air. We do have a presence move, so I think I'm gonna go back into this jungle so I can potentially make a sacred site here if I want to in future. Sorry, if I can target in here from a sacred site. And then I'm going to be gaining 2 time. And am I going all in on slips this turn? I don't think so. It's just... I mean, I could be doing a fair amount. I'm just trying to decide, do I want the energy for a lot of slippage? I mean, if I can grab Weep from the bin and use it, I mean, I might be slipping twice to get both of these back. And then after that, I'd likely be reclaiming, possibly. It's hard to know. Am I going to squeeze Entwined Plower in there as well? Let's just gain the energy. Alright, so we have... No, wrong one. We have these 3. And let's just quickly sanity check the slip. Yeah, we've got the slip. And if when we grab Haunted, we will be able to make slow things fast. That's actually relevant. We could prevent a city build here. I mean, we're not really preventing much because there'll still be a town build. But maybe we could try and reduce the number of cities on the board by making this fast. I'd probably rather react. Yeah, I mean, there's city builds everywhere. I don't think we're going to be able to do that kind of thing. And I haven't planned for Blur either. There's so much to think about. I do enjoy... Maybe we'll be double playing Haunted. Just sanity check, there are no other defense in here. No. I mean, if I double play Haunted in here, then we can do a bit of cheeky harvesting. Because we're not really doing much destruction. Okay, well, whatever we do, we are grabbing Haunted at least once. And the plan all along was to play it, so I am going to do that. And so if I Haunted again, it will be up to 6, and then I can Blur in there, which will be pretty nice. So, is it nicer though than just grabbing Weep? We are, of course, taking a risk here, but with maybe we'll be okay. Past returns again, I am almost always going to be playing that for elements. Sometimes I like to force a stage 2 in stage 3. just for the guaranteed escalation. Yeah, it's a shame not to use blur at all, and it's the easiest. It's a very easy bit of fear, so I think I'm gonna slip to reclaim haunted and play it again. Oh, and I can do these fast as well. I mean, I could make this Ravage super safe by emptying it completely, but I am about to look at the event, so maybe I'm not too worried about that. I could make the defend next turn a little bit less unpleasant by making this just be an Explorer Town next turn. We do have... the defend card we have is a 3 defend. So that is relevant. This might be one to stasis. Except I won't be able to stasis if I reclaim because I won't have a Sacred Site adjacent, so maybe I'm Sacred Siting here. So yeah, somewhat irrelevant. Okay. Yes, so... yeah, we don't really want to bunch things up anymore. Okay, well... yeah, I think... but this is often good slow, but against England, there's not really much... you can't prevent builds, really, especially not on a board like this. So... it's tempting to do entwined power things, but I'm sure... yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this. We'll get some damage going. Okay, so we'll now bump this up to 6. And now it's time to blur. How much time have we got? I could repeat blur, and I am very tempted to do so. Let's just see. So we'll milk the fear, and these are going to die in the Ravage. So do I just want to... I mean, if we push in here, that's a pretty hearty counterattack. But here is a good counterattack as well. I think so this is going to go back up to being a city. They'll build the city, and then there'll be the Ravage. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to push 2. I'm going to push 2 Dahan into this Sands. So we will do that. I guess we'll do the damage to the town just in case we get an early fear that might be relevant. And we'll push 2 Dahan. Oh, also we might get an event that somehow reduces that damage. Yeah, this is defendable. This might be just something I'm letting go. And so now the slip is getting expensive. Yeah, we don't want to slip again. There's nothing we can do that's that valuable. I feel like I'm going to be forced to use a moon power. Replace an explorer with a town on inland land. So I'm not sure how much damage that has taken now because that was ages ago. I think it might have taken 2 damage. So yeah, we'll replace this town. No Ravage with Strife or Disease, fine. Each player may push and explore a town. Okay, so we're not preventing this build, but we can just make it a little bit safer. So I think I'm just going to push it into this mountain for in case I have misremembered how much health that town's got left. Okay, so up to 1 town. I mean, I could push another town into here, but that seems a little bit pointless. I could prevent a city build here or here. Blech. Maybe the thing is we just don't have... I suppose we could be building towards fragments of yesteryear, maybe. So we could toy with having a kind of London, but it's so expensive, and we're not going to generate any fear for doing it. that's it as far as big remove. Blazing Renewal not so great against England with the boosted health. The threshold's horrible. Yeah, this is a finish and not a, and we're nowhere near that stage. So, do I call? Do I risk danger here? Maybe next turn I'm entwining. Yeah, let's just push this. I think it means that this is somewhat less scary in the future. Could be a mistake though. Hard to know. Okay, so okay, I did calculate correctly. Wow. Wow. Alright. So that's cleared that disease there. And we have double mountain builds. Okay, so visions of a shifting future. I almost always go event with visions. I mean, yeah, this I just don't really see much of a point of doing it. Ooh, this is a fun one. So adding a bunch of blight is probably what I'll go with. We don't have any blight mages, do we? So we don't. Not, but for fear is good. It will get things moving. The island is still healthy. This is also helpful. Yeah, I think we do this. So we will keep this in the... Yeah, we keep this. I suppose I need to be aware that this presence might get nuked, so maybe I'll move that. Okay. Okay, so... Bit of a crossroads here. We've got a 2 damage ravage there. So they don't have vast reserves of time. We could reclaim, but I kind of feel like I want to look use Entwine to find a major now. And we can use stasis to do damage limitations somewhere. Though we will have the double mountain, the triple mountain build because we haven't generated any fear, which does make me feel I should actually be doing haunted. I could reclaim. Yeah, we need more tools. We don't really have the tool. We haven't really got a toolkit here that works. I do desperately want to generate a fast fear though. So maybe, yeah, I just don't have the elements here to kind of make a turn happen. If we had a perfect element card in the bin, in the days that never were, we could cobble something together with what we have, but we don't, so we can't. And by picking Moon, then I'm out of luck for getting. I guess unless I get. No, I'm just out of luck if I pick Moon. So this is a bit of a muted turn. But if I do reclaim, I can at least defend in there, get the fast fear, prevent the extra build, and get the counterattack. Maybe what I do is have a kind of a low-key turn with Entwined Power. So maybe Haunted, Entwined, Stasis. No, I can't afford that. I can't afford that. Yeah, okay, so I think we're going to have a quiet turn, and we want the plays. Okay, so that's a good use of an energy. Maybe I am just letting this one go. We are, of course, potentially having this presence destroyed as well this turn. Stasis can't reach in there. I like putting some kind of zero costers in the bin, so I will play. Sorry, discard piles. I'm calling it the bin pheasant. Let's get a bit of weeping in, and then twine power, and that sets me up for potentially quite an interesting turn. Next turn, so probably the island will blight this turn. And am I entwining for mages? I am. I just don't think I can do it with these. Yeah, okay. Okay, it feels a bit bad. Do I even have cards to forget? I guess I could forget flow and currents very easily. Or do I just go for minor powers? I mean, getting a good utility minor power and then maybe doing this on a future turn. Yeah, I just don't have the hand. Getting a really good... Yeah, I think I'm going to go with minors, but it might be... Go with the minor power. Might just... Okay, alright. So, okay, now we're cooking with gas. Sap and Gift feel like the obvious picks there. Because they are nice zero costers. Get me loads of energy. Gift could even... I mean, getting the second Sacred Site might be a bit tricky, but... It might even be worth working towards that. And Sap, of course, is great. And this actually means Big Defend becomes viable. So yeah, we'll take Sap. So we'll put that in the bin, and then we'll get... yeah, we'll get Gift. That can go in the bin. Okay. Okay, well that's good. And okay, so we also have the information. We know that the big splat event that's going to target War touches the island shores or whatever the rework is. So we know that that is going to hit this jungle. So I'm just going to add a town there. I'm going to try and move this presence out. Because that would be nice. Each player adds a strife. Now I'm evaded. Nope. Okay, so we avoided the double build here. We do, of course, have the blight there. And we are going to have a blighted island next turn. Because I will take the free smackdown on this card. So I want to rescue my presence, I think. So I need to think about where that's going. We can weep as well. There is a ravage in here next turn, but we'll be missing out on a fear from the weep. I think we want to maximize the fear. Them taking this down to a 3 attack makes it trivially easy. But we have Sap now. We can defend 5. And this is a 6 as well, so we can Sap in these two. We've already got adjacency. So, with that in mind, I think... Oh, I could actually push another town in here. That's risky with that. With playing against England, but the event should just destroy these, right? Right? Yeah, the event is going to destroy them. It will be fine. I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, so we're going to be doing some sapping this turn. Do we have sap blur shenanigans going on? Ooh, and we've got a good amount of time as well. Oh crikey! So I'm rescuing a presence. That's important because I'm not really a big moon player, so I'm not. This is it for presence really. Yeah, I suppose one of these is the choice. Here is also... Oh, we're already in with 2 to harm there. So maybe I'll go into this wetland, which feels a little bit less risky. And enables potential strong current stuff. So what am I actually going to be gaining? And what's in the bin now? Ooh, we can grab Weep from the bin. Sorry, I need to get some more consistency with my terms here. Or is this a rare moon turn? No, no, no. We're rescuing our presence. So I think that's actually worth prioritizing. So that's coming down there. And probably just going to gain energy here. So I might also be looking at a major. Do we have going on here? We've got some stuff. I mean, see, yeah, I need to actually look at some new majors, I think. I really do. Though we do have sap now, so that means we do have a little bit more animal business going on. Yeah, these majors are really doing anything for me. I mean, this is fast fear at least, and moon. And somewhat thresholdable if I get my weep out. And because I've got blur, the arc stuff going on, I can kind of trigger it when I want it to happen a bit more easily. But currently I'm looking like if I want to use blur shenanigans, like I'm actually going to be having to play sap 3 times, which I don't want to do. So I think probably I'll just be blurring to push down into here. Yeah, what a rank collection. I could pick this. It does just have convenient elements. It does mean I can potentially save blur if I don't want to play a sun moon. Though actually, though this is also good, but I'm just not really doing any damage anywhere. Oh crikey! I'll just take that for elements, and we'll see. Okay, so we're moving out of here into here. We're relying on the event to destroy this land, and then am I just gaining a boatload of energy? I think I am just gaining a boatload of energy. I think that's what we're doing. And maybe I'll be mooning it next turn. It's a rare thing for me to be mooning it. I have to say, it's not really my typical style. I think we are still reliant on playing blur though to get the elements we need. We've got yeah, we want the counterattack, so we will be playing sap, but just not immediately. Because we need to hit our elements. So we need another sun, moon, air combo, which sun, moon, air. If we play these two, we could just play a. But this card is just not worth playing really. But so probably just going to use this and then play an air card, which would be this. I don't think we've got any other. I don't think Absolute Stasis is worth. We've got good counterattacks this turn, so I think we need to lean into those. And then we just play an air card. And now I'm wondering if maybe I should have drafted something else. I guess this is now. But actually, yeah, I think no. We'll go with that. So now we have our slip ingredients that we need. I need to remember not to do this. If I do make it fast. That's crucial. Okay. And, oh, are we going to pass returns again? Again, probably not. We could skip an escalation effect, but that's fine. I don't think we care. I suppose I can also just be deciding if it's wetland or mountain. There is some merit to that. Oh, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to burn my brain on that. So we're going to... Yeah, so I need to slip. I'm just going to grab something that I want. Ooh. Whee. Am I really thinking about doing a big moon turn next turn? Let's just notice we're short of fear as well. So, if I play a moon card, I could potentially get a fast weeping to get the fast fear. I'm definitely going to be sapping twice. I don't really want to just burn time for the sake of it. Yeah. But actually, if I'm going to have a big moon turn next turn, maybe... Sorry, the brain's just shut down there temporarily. Okay, so we'll go in there, and I think we slip again, and we have to reclaim the sap because we're using it twice this time. That's the nice thing about having the elements already, is that you don't worry about losing your acquired elements. Okay, so now I've got Blur. So currently that will counterattack and kill a city, and same here. So I think I'll push 2 towns into either of these lands. I guess maybe I'll push them to here, so then they'll also get a town. Let's just think about this again. I mean, it's an extra fear in the Ravage. Oh, and I've just realised I'm short a fear to prevent this double sand build. Do I care about this double sand build? This land is guaranteed to come up because it'll either be coastal or sand. Unless I do this shenanigans. I do have the energy to do this. So I could actually force wetland or mountain. And skip potential. I don't think that's worth spending the 2 time to play this again. Though I have realised that if I was to spend the 2 time there, I could grab Haunted, play it here, boost this to 8, and then I can actually do a lot of damage in there. And it won't cost me a lot of energy, but it will generate me a lot of fear. Am I doing that? Is that lunacy? It might be lunacy. But then wouldn't it be better just to grab sap again? It would be better just to grab sap again. Okay. So I've not blurred yet. So if I spend 2 time, we are going into a moon turn, so I can get loads of plays. I'm not worried about plays. So I just reclaim sap and then blur. This goes up to 10. They build a town. These counterattack. I could very deliberately not kill the city, so they then build a second city. And then the counterattack should generate a lot of fear. This is when I do well with the spirit, is because I'm doing this kind of thing. Yeah, let's trust my instinct. And so we'll grab sap and we'll play it again in here. And we'll do this. So we want them to build another city, so we don't want to destroy this straight away. So we have to do that. And I'm not going to push And now I'm going to spend another... Oh god, I'm burning my time a little bit here. Spend another time to repeat. Okay, and now, hopefully... so we generate a boatload of fear there. We also have some extra Jahan, but I think I'm going to just leave them there for now. Or do I push somewhere with light? There is a build. So I think there's 4 damage on the counter. I think I want to guarantee they die on the counter, so I'm not going to push them. Well, okay, let's see if that was good or not. Oh, and there's the do I use past returns again? I think I've just used way too much time, so yeah, I think I'm not doing that. Okay, so here is our this. We are definitely encouraging the destruction. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, extra energy, extra card play. Against England 6, do I want this? I don't have any action skips here, you know, paralyzing fright, stuff like that. Do I have any realistic blight cleanup? I suppose Blur could be cleaning up some blight, like in here. An extra energy and an extra play is pretty good. I've got 11 cards. I've got some good cheap cards. Actually, I've got a bunch of good cheap cards. This isn't cascading either. How are we doing for fear? I can clean this up next time with Blur. That's assuming I actually can get it out of the bin. Oh god, I just realized I've only got 1 air card left. That's a problem for future Peasant. I think I'm going to keep the Blight card. It is a power-up. Okay, and then a Badlands. So I suppose we might be using it with that. And Blazing Renewal, potentially. This land is still very much London. And Gathering Dahan somewhere. Okay, we can actually get a better counterattack here. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll take the extra fear, thank you very much. Choose different coastal land. Gather up to 1 damage per Dahan. So we could do a couple of damage in here, but it's a useful bit of relocating. Do you have... Yeah, that's fine. That's good. And extra Dahan defend. It adds a strife to different land with at least 2 invaders. Okay, and then takes damage per strife. I guess we are getting kind of extra damage in here because of the Badlands, but I just generally like to strife cities anyway. So I think I'm just going to strife a city in here. We have the Ravage, which is pretty good. And the builds. Well, I actually need a quick break, so I'm going to have to stitch these back together. Alright, I'll be back. Well, I've returned. Okay, so we've got the England escalation phase. We do have the build here immediately, so I think that fairly obviously wants to go in there. Fairly obviously. And in the slow phase, we can do this if we want, and we can push things around. So we've got a 5 damage ravage here, so we can sap that. Next turn, no problem, and that will be a 9 damage in there. Can reduce it down to a 7. Oh, there's loads of Dahan in here. I can't clean this up with Blur just yet. Do you have any Blight cleanup in here? Teeming Rivers is Blight cleanup. With Sun, I don't know if I would want to do that. Just that 2 Blight is not a lot to play with. And then I realise now that earlier I said we don't have any action skips. Apart from this one, apart from this action skip, this very good action skip. So 3, 5, 7, 9. If we double sap in there, I guess if we were to sap haunted in there, that'd be 8, and this is defended. So maybe pushing out of here is good. Maybe pushing into here, but then that's building. Pushing into here gives us some potential blur shenanigans. There's part of me that's tempted just to let this one go. I've also realised that I do have a bit of a problem next time potentially, because I might, if I go moon, I can't guarantee I can get the second air that I need with these cards. So if I was to go moon, I would be potentially risking having a kind of a nothing turn where I can't really do anything. Because, and if you wonder what I'm talking about, because you need that 3 sun, 2 air to kind of grab things. If I go with the moon option, I literally just have the 1 air card. If I was to go sun, I could just grab one of the air cards from in here, which is literally this one. That is the card. I mean, it would be a bit lame to do that. Is that the only air card in there? I guess that's just the... What do I even do if I can't find an air card? I can at least still stasis, so I can stasis in one of these lands. I can push the town with currents. If I had the... I mean, if I was to gain a moon, I could play something fast as well. So yeah, it's possible I'll have a turn where I don't even get to use blur. Okay, let's look at the top card of the... actually, let's look at the invader deck. Let's see. Coastal lands. Okay, so we've now got a stage 3, and then we'll have coastal lands. But this counterattack is so useful that I'm wondering whether I should just... I mean, I think we want a... God damn it. I think I am going to take this and push it in there for inscrutable pheasant reasons. Alright, so now do I risk not getting the air I need? Are you going to need to play Gift, Stasis, Sunlights? But yeah, I can get as many plays as I want. Yeah, I can always stasis if I don't grab it. Okay, let's so... And also, do I look at a major? I've got lots of energy. Do I like air mages generally? If I was to choose this, I'd get to 3 moon. I don't really have a kind of killing major, though at least we've got some defense stuff going on now. I do have 11 cards in hand. I've got a few things I forget. Just trying to think what air mages are like. Obviously, Paralyzing Fright's nice. If I was to get Paralyzing, I could Threshold at this turn, which is, you know, it's what you want against England 6 a lot of the time. So, major power or minor power? What do you do, chat? I mean, we are on a moon turn. I could potentially play a million minor powers. But yeah, I think I need a major. We've just got nothing to actually just... Yeah, let's see what we get. Okay, we got... I've been... Yeah, this doesn't have air. I love playing this with days. Is it viable? There's no jungle adjacent to here. Can I make it work in here? I can put a presence in here. I can just slam beasts out. But obviously taking Power Storm or Sleep enables all sorts of shenanigans. So sleep just has much better elements. Oh, I'll be sad not to use Tiger's Hunting though. Though action skips are great against England. What's the world look like where I just do a lot of Tiger's Hunting? I can only do Tiger's Hunting once, is actually what happens here if I was to pick this, because I won't crucially have the air. So I think I am going to be Sleep and Never Wakening. I've already got Sand Presence and it has the air, which means I can be doing stuff in it. I can be grabbing all sorts of stuff and I can defend in the air. Yeah, it'd be crazy not to. So I'm going to grab Sleep. And actually, let's just think about Power Storm briefly. No. No. What am I forgetting? It's tempting to forget Entwine Power, but I am kind of low on air cards, so I'm kind of don't really get rid of that either. Strong Constant Currents, I think it might not be doing anything much, but it crucially does have Sun on it. Yeah, we've not been blessed with much in the way of perfect minor powers. This is a 0. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay. Oh, I get to add to the Days That Never Were. Ugh, pheasant. Pheasant, pheasant, pheasant. What are you like, eh? What are you like? As they say, the land of my birth. So, we can do our shenanigans. If I can threshold this, this must be. If I go with playing lots of cards, I probably can do it accidentally. I don't like that I am not adjacent to here, so I think probably I should start relocating to up here. So my presence placement is going to go in here, I think. Presence placement in there. And how many plays do I actually want? Oh, I'd just love to have a few utility minor powers. Actually, I do have Gift of Living. Yeah, can't complain too hard. Oh, I've just realised that Gift would mean I'd get extra energy from Gift. If I have a load of energy, it enables repeat Tiger's Hunting, for example, which is just marvellous. The island is a little bit blighted. I can Sleep and Never Wakens in here, so I'm going to make the second Sacred Site. Okay, alright, so we've got a... Yeah, I think we can just kind of do the things here. And I want to just throw in a whole load of these other things, I think. So I probably am going to be reclaiming next turn, I think. How many plays do I actually want? So as I am reclaiming, I think I'm just going to play all of those. So that's 4. I'm still short a Sun. I was to play all of those. So I do need at least one, and then I'll gain some more time. I mean, I may as well gain this one because that actually does something. So I've got the old 6 plays. Lovely stuff. And so we'll just play all the 0-costers. And we are short the Sun air. So now we've got proper slippage. We actually don't have full slippage yet because we don't have the moon. Unless I play this as well. It is fair. And now I can do Weep Fast. Do I actually want to do Weep Fast? I don't want to do Weep Fast. And this doesn't really do very much. So what's actually happening here? I do have stasis here. I've been forced to play it to get the air. Do I actually want to spend the time? I could spend the time. I could. Is there a real benefit to that? I'm also playing Sleep That Never Wakens as well. with Threshold. So this is getting prevented. Yeah, so probably I'm just not going to play Stasis. That's just what's happening. Okay, so... And I will be slipping at least once. Where I will cast... I suppose I need to think with the sleep about... Am I moving any explorers around? So that they're kind of in my lands. I think I favour getting the energy from Gift of Living Energy over having the extra explorers to kill with sleep. And I want the counterattack here. So I'm also wondering, I've also played this because it was free. Okay, so we do want the defense, so let's get that. So we don't want the... Do we want the fast weep? We've already prevented the double build. We're not upgrading to Terra 3, so I don't think we want the fast weep. They might just explore in here and we'll get an extra fear. So, do we want fast visions? I think I want to do this slowly as well. Though, yeah, I think I'd rather do this in the slow phase because that can kill an explorer, whereas right now it's not really doing anything. So, could just do this fast and see what our event would have been. Terra 2 says this one. I think that's fine. 2 more beasts do we have? How many beasts have we got? Just the one. Be disappointing. And there's a coordinated defense. I think we keep this because it's fine. It's not a game destroyer. And so we'll grab Sap. So we'll play Sap. So we've got our defended here. So that was one slip. Could very happily do another slip. We could play Entwined Power as well. Okay, so we have got Tigers Hunting. Can I set up next turn? Can I set up a good Tigers Hunting in? Potentially. Tigers Hunting is just chef's kiss, especially with this much energy. Again, we could move a presence to here, generate a whole load of fear. It's first class. I do have this. I'm tempted to make this Ravage less risky. Yeah. If I was too strong, I could strong currents push this town out, and then I could slip. I could grab Blur. I could play it here. Blur would replace the town. Ravage, counterattack. It would guarantee the fear at the cost of a time. I think I'm going to save my time. Then, I'm going to save the time. Not statusing. I will skip this Ravage, move those two, and also get to remove. And I mean, I guess I could make this safer, but then I'm just building another city, which I don't necessarily want to do. I think that's fine. Oh, but it's always tempting to slip. Always. We're not near Terra 3. If we could upgrade this to a Terra 3, I probably would reclaim Haunted or something, but I am not going to. So I think that's it. I think that's the turn. All right. Okay, we did get our bureaucrats. Okay. Okay, angry mobs. Okay, that's that's a shame. I just got rid of all the explorers. Okay, and we've got counterattack, so take the city kill and jungle wetland explore. So, okay, we do have some slow things to do, so we can get our weep value, except we're not adjacent to that. Oh, we can do it in here. That's fine. And we've got this card, which I may begrudge. I suppose I can actually make this. I can make this Ravage slightly easier, so I can weep in here. Get my 3 fear. I could push the town to here. Oh, there's multiple blight in there. That's something that doesn't happen very often. Yeah, I guess we'll push them both in there. And then I will do this. I will not pay the energy. So I will just do that. Okay. Okay, so this is how I like to go into the air turns. As long as I get my 3 plays and I've got a bunch of energy, I'm quite happy. So we've got this, which is a skipper. We're gonna have all our cards. Wow. And we get 2 time. Okay. Okay, this might be a good opportunity for a fast weep. And we're 8 fear from Terra 3. So if we do... Oh, no. Oh, damn it, I'm foolish. I'm getting excited about this. I can't do this yet. Not yet. That's what I'm hopefully going to be doing next turn. So this turn is going to be about... Can I generate 8 fear in the fast phase? I could potentially be... I mean, I can generate fear in the fast phase. With the old Haunted by Primal Memories, not that I can play that first. I'm pretty much forced to play... What am I actually forced to play? It would be nice to not have to play Blur this term. So yeah, we want to prevent this cascade because we have a small pool. So we are playing this, but I'm not playing this immediately because I have to play 3 Sun cards. So those 3 Sun cards can be Blur, which is in Gift, and that is our flow. We don't have the third moon, but that's fine. We'll get that. Oh, I've got an extra play because of the Blighted Island card. Oh, all that needless calculation. Okay, so we are going to use this in here. So we have perfect slippage. And I think it's just going to be maybe a trip, maybe spending 3. And hopefully next turn I will be grabbing Tiger's Hunting to just do a lot of damage. Just do a lot of damage in these lands. And generate a lot of fear. That's the plan. So that'll be a sun turn. So on the sun turn, I'm again going to have the issue of needing enough air to go with it. So if I was to play strong, absolute, haunted, I'd be short on moon. However, actually no, if I'm just grabbing this is sun moon anyway. So I'll have enough air, because I can play these 2 cards next turn. So I just need to maybe make sure I have these 2 air cards in hand, or 2 air cards of whatever type. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll try and reclaim blood. Except, yeah. Okay. So we have Gift to Living Energy. Do I want to... Oh, this is a coastal lands. Definitely doing this. I suppose there's also... Are there any random explorers lying around? I mean, there's also possibilities with Entwined this turn. This is just a 4 damage Ravage. Yeah, let's not play either of these this turn. So next turn with this, and Tiger's Hunting. So with that in mind, do we have good Blur the Arc of Years? Potential. Also next turn there will be Jungle Wetland build. So the thing is, I can always play Sap this turn and then just get it out of the bin. So probably a Sap in here. We're playing Blur anyway for elements. So I can make a good counterattack in here. She can't target in there. So, yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, we're happy to have. So we'll do this. Look at the event. This is a disaster for us because destroying 2 presents is just not really a thing we can do. We also currently add a Blight. Can I mitigate it? Yes, by getting Blazing Renewal, but that's miserable, so I think that's going on the bottom of the deck. And I cannot claim anything. Actually, I could have, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, wait a second, that is an ordering issue. Except I've seen a new card, so I can't do that. Damn it. So that was a mistake. I should have been able to keep that in hand. Okay, so we'll defend it here. Yeah, that was a misplay. A genuine misplay. The kind of misplay where you notice it. Okay, so now we will make a counterattack in here. Do I want an even bigger counterattack? It's an extra fear for a time. Yes, I think it's worth it. I think I'm doing okay for time. Though that said, I have plans to do a lot of. I'm not going to. That's enough. Given that I have plans to do all the things with mini fangs, with fangs in a box, I'm gonna not do that. Okay, so if you have any earned fear cards, oh, I like this event. This is fun. So I'm gonna have a terror level 3. Wow. And oh, yeah, the newer events do tend to make you slow down to a crawl. Adds a strife land with Dahan. Okay, so Dahan are getting pushed out. The land with most Dahan. Okay, that means I can get a better counterattack in there. Getting a strife. We prefer to strife cities. I guess we'll put a strife in here since it's double building. And so I'm not doing any slow damage, so I think this is irrelevant. Let's do it. Ooh. Oh no, destroying a Badlands. That's sad. I'd rather destroy a Badlands than a beast, though. And we can push half rounded down. Okay, that doesn't make any difference. That Ravage, but it's fine. It's fine. So do you need to just kind of pay some attention to losing to the escalation? That's on 4. And especially as I have no mass destruction powers here. I guess, wait, I am lying. I do have the potential to use Fragments of Yesteryear. So that is a thing. I need to remember that is a thing I can do. Okay, so we have jungle and wetland ravages this turn. Well, crikey, that's a lot of ravages. That really that's a problem. Lots of problems. That's a 10 damage. That's a 9 damage. Oof. Okay. I don't even have easy to clean up blight anywhere. I could be in trouble here. But we are. Can I generate 24 fast fear? Is the question. I can generate quite a lot, but 24 might be more I can generate. Time we've got 6, which means I could potentially repeat something 4 times. So that would be potentially quite a lot. I also can't use that in Blighted Lands. Yeah, and it just these are so chonky that they're just so chonky. I mean, I could weep 4 times fast potentially, which is 12. Maybe I could haunt it a little bit for 15. Actually generates a lot of fear here. Yeah, the tigers I think are the thing. I can generate a lot of fear, but I don't know if I can generate enough to get through this ravage. I do have action skips though. So jungle, wetland, action skips. This actually just needs a defend 5. Defend 5 and some fear card support should be fine. So defend 5, action skip, and then yeah, more. I do have 2 action skips, so I could action skip in here and here. Sorry, these 2 defend in here and just release as many beasts as I can into there. This is a lot. This is probably more than I can actually achieve. But I do have a lot of slipping I can do. I also can generate a lot of energy. Let's just quickly sanity check. Is that threshold irrelevant? It is irrelevant. There's no one adjacent to there and everywhere is blighted. Do I need to let Tiger's Hunting go and do something else? I don't have any destroyed presence, so yeah, it's the fact it's removal. I think that's a YOLO finisher. Okay, I think this is what's happening. Grabbing, Tiger's Hunting. What do I forget? I feel like Strong and Constant Currents has just been very meh. These are all top tier. All my best cards are in the bin. Let's get rid of Currents. And so our action skip candidates are this. So this and one of these. I wonder if so action skip probably these 2. Just farm as much fear as we can in this land. So what's likely is the defend will work here. Maybe we might actually get away with 0 with 0 blight, and here's where that mistake of not grabbing the sleep might come and haunt me. That's fine. All the best people are a little bit haunted, don't you think? With that's 1, 2 plus 3 is 6, so there's no point gaining more time right now. So let's gain energy. And we do need a jungle I can't target there. That's quite critical to address. I cannot target in there. Because it's not adjacent to a jungle. So that does change that. I need to have I think this is the... Yeah, okay. Right, so we are kind of forced to play these three to get our slip going. We've got another play, Pheasant. I will remember at some point. I mean, we definitely do want to... Wondering whether this is a good idea. Yeah, we're not quite planty enough to do this, but this could give us a minor power that gives us access to the ultimate cheese. But I need to bear in mind that I am going to be reclaiming and playing this. Sure, it was because of a mistake. And reclaiming and playing this, so that's 2 slips already. That is 2 slips already, and that's without any kind of dream of playing a whole bunch of Tigers Hunting. I've also just realised that this land could blight, whereas this action skip land shouldn't blight. So that's something. Oh, my poor Brian. Poor little brain. Okay. So I think it feels crazy with 13 energy to not entwine power. It actually would be for minor powers. Because if I get something, I can go truly degenerate with the correct minor powers. And I'm grabbing sleep. Playing it. So we're skipping here with sleep. Skipping here with stasis. Defending here with sap. What's this actually doing? It's giving me the air I need. So yeah, it's doing something. Right. So I think we just prioritize the fear generation here. Though I am Tigers Hunting, so I could... Maybe I actually skip in here. If I Tigers Hunting, I can generate... I can have the defend in here. Skip, skip. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna have to do some stuff to reduce the complication for my poor little brain. So definitely we're actually skipping in here, and I have to use this because it's not adjacent to a sacred site, and this is the obvious stasis play, but I might want to interact with that. I've just realised that I might be missing out on weep damage by doing this first. Sorry, weep fear. So I know what I'm doing there. I can come back and do that. But I might weep in here first. Just do a little bit of weeping. Because, yeah, now slips are fast. Okay, so I'm going to slip again. And I'm going to play Weep fast for the maximum amount of fear, which is in here. It's also now is looking kind of defendable. So these... I actually don't have to push them. So I think I don't see much benefit to pushing them. Certainly no benefit to pushing the Explorer. So I think I will... They are. And then I need to reclaim sap. Because that is what we're doing in here. That is currently a 6 damage ravage. I also need to remember that I'm targeting from this land. Oh no, that's fine. Stasis is going to go in here. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to stasis in here, except and defend in here. So yeah, with stasis in here, loss of time. That land doesn't exist anymore. The next slip of the flow of time is going to cost me 2 time. This is my last slip. So let's do some tigers hunting things. So that's in here. And it's only... Oh wow, it's only 1 down. Oh god, that's pathetic. I've got the threshold, but it doesn't do anything. Oh no. I think I just have to... I mean, yeah, there's not even any point pushing it. I am now confused. Why is it doing damage? Oh, because there's... Oh, right, okay, there's literally no one there. Okay, great. So now this... So I guess I could... I could make this actually... I could play, for example, sap again. That might be the right thing to do. Oh god, I was hoping to be playing Tigers Hunting over and over again. That is not what's happened. How are we with this? A second Tigers Hunting will kill the Town and Explorer. We'll have 3. We might do that, but on 2 Blight you don't want to mess around. But that would also be generating much more fear. There'd be more beasts kicking around. Is kind of what we want. Still kind of got a pretty healthy energy budget. If I was to slip again, we're still within range of getting to the 3 plays on the reclaim, which is the crucial thing. And yeah, I have to reclaim next turn. There's no way I'm going to get to skip that. I wonder whether I could just prioritize. Oh, the other thing I can potentially do is just slip to have a more juicy turn next turn. Because I don't quite have the hand necessary. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep my time. I don't think playing Tigers again this turn is worth it. So this is probably going to blight in here. This is probably going to blight. That's fine. So, what's that? We do have 3 Terror level fear cards though, so that's something. When this blights, I can weep there though, so that's something. Yeah. Okay, I think that's... Is that fine? Just about. Okay, ooh, pushing a town from a land with... we could push this town somewhere. Which does make this a bit more likely. So let's push the undamaged town into into here, where it's not going to do any harm. Okay, and okay, so choose a different land with Dahan, and each 2 damage and defend 4. Okay, so if we do it in here, it's the only place where it really does anything. So just may as well go in on the city first. Gather up to 4 explorers or towns into lands with 2 or more invaders. Okay, so I can prevent this blight from falling. So where do I want to grab that? This mountain's just not really doing anything. So I think that's probably the place to grab it then. Yeah. Do I grab the explorer as well? Let's not overthink that. And we'll leave the rest in there. Oh, I can do this multiple times. Interesting. I suppose I could grab an explorer. Oops, I've messed that up. Damn it. I could grab explorers into my lands for the sake of future Sleep and Never Wakens. That's a thing. So yeah, let's grab an explorer into there. And we'll grab this town into here. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, each player chooses a different land to isolate, also defend 4 in those lands. Let's see what we're likely to get here. So jungle wetlands have already come up. So we could just isolate one of these. I mean, all it's doing is preventing an explorer. So sort of marginal relevance. It's defend 4 relevant anywhere. Just sanity check. Just put it in there. Okay. And so we've got the counter attack, so we will destroy the city. And sand and wetland. Build. Sorry, explore. And now... Oh, I've already weeped. Okay, so visions of a shifting future. Yeah, it's all the same. So we'll just look at the event and see if it's one we hate. So we are at stage 3 now. Ravage actions do +2 damage. Beasts damage. 1 damage per beast, that could be relevant. Ravage actions potentially doing +2 damage is interesting. How marginal are... Oh, these are all massive ravages here. I mean, the reality is that these are action skip. These are things I have to action skip for the most part. 2 extra damage on that bottom one. 5, 6, 7, 8. That would put that to a 10 damage ravage. So probably action skipping 2. Doesn't feel great. Or maybe just nuking one. I think of all of them, this is not too bad though. But maybe I should be hoping for actually good. I think the fact that this isn't terrible means it's a good one to go for. Okay. So... Oh god, is it terrible? Might well just be terrible. Okay, so... We have Build Ravage in both of these. This one at least doesn't have Blight in it already. We maybe... Oh yeah, we have to reclaim this turn. There's no way around it. Okay, so and I'm just gonna assume that I'm gonna go to 3 plays here. Okay, how much fear do I actually need? 10, 13 fear, and I've got 6 time. I think it's possible to make 13 fast fear happen. So let's just see if I can figure that out. So we have the extra air, so probably tigers are okay. these are perfect elements, and now we just need to play a sun card. This is a sun card that does also provide moon and cause fear that we can make fast. Yeah. Okay, so that means we're doing... And we've got a fourth play anyway. Okay. So, 10, just sanity check, 10, 13, fear. I think this is doable. And we've got the 4. And we just don't push from the land. Can I sub this in anywhere? I need to play the 3 sun cards. I've already got the first slip, so I can play that fast. I think this is doable. So I guess I'll do it. Because I can slip once, twice, 3 times, 4 times? Okay. So let's start slipping. I'm not adding any beasts with any of this, am I? No. So we weep in here. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter where we weep, so we'll just weep there. We're not going to push anyone around. We're just going to make everyone sad. And we can just reclaim weep. And we can Tigers Hunting as well. We actually don't have the freedom to reclaim Tigers Hunting because it's got our 3rd sun. And we'll leave those beasts where they are. So we slip the flow of time again. And we can do this fast, which is another fear. I don't want to accidentally... Oh, yes. I am not going to pay an energy to do damage. And now I can reclaim this. And 8 fear, so we can play this. Have I done this right? Oh, God. Sad. Balls there. Okay. Oh, and I now do this fast. Actually, I'm just seeing ways that I could have done this in a better order. I could have... It's fine. Okay, so we reclaim this. I need 4 fear. And I have 3 time. Yeah, okay, it's done. It's done. It's done, chat. Let's just switch it up a little bit. And... well, there you go. That's some shenanigans, that is. Let's just not use that. Well, well, that was that. Thanks so much for watching. That really, that was a funny one. The days that never were didn't feel great, but obviously getting sleep was really good. Getting Tigers Hunting, it didn't do a lot, but it was some good fast fear. I probably could have just been using Haunted for effectively the same effect in the end, but having the Sun Moon there was really good. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I seem to be mainly losing subscribers at the moment, so nice to get a few back. And just in case you've tuned in and you've just been released from prison for doing horrible things, I'll be looking at the score. Just the relentless shade given to people that keep scoring things like this. 72. So there you go. Alright. Alright, bye for now.